Now, before we get started, I would really love it if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get the latest content from the YouTube channel, The Last Rewind. And don't be shy about leaving your comments at the bottom of the page because you are the sole reason why this channel will be successful. Thank you.
What is going on, everyone? This is Tremaine. I'm coming to you from The Last Rewind. Oh man, this is a live one we're coming. This is right off the heels of night one, SummerSlam, and I literally just watched it. It was a decent show, but mixed emotions definitely is what I'm going through right now, and I'll get into them. I'm sure you probably know the match I'm referring to, but oh wow, what an ending to the night. But overall, not a bad show at all. I enjoyed it. I watched every match from beginning to end. I literally watched every single match, which is a rarity for me. I sometimes just find myself in different venues doing different things while the program is on, but I actually sat down in one spot and watched the entire thing. And I'm gonna get some feedback. I didn't make any notes because literally this is genuine, this is authentic. As soon as it was over, I came right upstairs to go live and make this recording. The first match the first match I saw was Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne, and that was a good match. I predicted. I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. I predicted that, and Roxanne Perez, and I predicted that Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez would lose, and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss would win. It's just the way the storyline is going. I believe the company right now can do a lot more in that storyline with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss being the tag champions. They're playing up this frenemy relationship they have. As you can see in the match, Alexa Bliss hit Charlotte, and that's playing into the frenemy role, but they won the match, so they can go back and forth on that. So they probably can stretch that out for a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, and have a good back and forth with them as the tag champs. They'll have some jokes in there. They have some comic relief. They have their serious moments, but the way the storyline, the dynamic of the show was going, I did anticipate them winning the match, and it was a good match. It was a very good match. I like the Alexa Bliss's finisher, Abigail. I like her finisher, but it takes way too long for her to set it up. She has to really she has to get that on the wraps to the point where she can set that finisher up without everything in between. I believe she poses, she smiles, and then it's a killer finisher, but it takes her a long time to set it up. And by the time she sets it up, sometimes a person reacts and counters. But overall, I thought that was a really good match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next one, I'm off the top of my head. If I skip them, if I'm not going in order, it's my bad. I'm just going off the top of my head. The next one was the next one I remember was the Jelly Roll Orton match with Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. This is the first time since I have been watching the WWE, well, since Logan Paul has been in the WWE, that I have been impressed with anything he has done in the WWE. I was impressed with Logan Paul tonight. The splash off the top of the rope, looks like a frog splash. He got his prime, he got his shades on. He had some hang time. He had some air when he did that. I was impressed with that because it showed me that he's not a flash in the pan. He probably still is, but he had a really good night tonight. And up until tonight, I've really never been impressed with anything Logan Paul has done in the WWE yet. I don't like his entrance. I don't like his gimmick. I don't think he's that good on the mic. But tonight he did really well. He did really well. I like how he was the bad guy waving at Jelly Roll as he was leaving, and he was just really playing up the bad guy role. I had a problem with the ending to that match though, and it's a twofold because I appreciate it. First of all, that frog splash that Logan Paul did, that was nice. I like that. I just didn't like. I thought the ending was a little rushed. I didn't think it was the right time for the ending right then and there. I felt like I was shorted. I felt like I was shorted in the match. Like I felt like there was more match to go when he did that frog splash. I felt like there was something more to go, but it happened and it happened. I really didn't have a prediction on that match. I mean, if I had to predict, I would have thought that Randy Orton and Jelly Roll would have won for the sake of the fan favorite, crowd favorite. I really thought that they would have won, but they didn't. And I believe they may have something with a tag team relating to Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. It's unfortunate because I don't think Drew McIntyre is a tag guy, but it'll get Logan Paul out there. Let's just hope it doesn't hurt Drew McIntyre. But I foresee them doing something in the future. I do. Another match off the top of my head. Again, if I forget a match, it's my bad. But Jade Cargill and Tiffany wasn't impressed. Not at all. Not at all. Was rooting for Jade Cargill. Was hoping she would get a shot at getting the belt, but wasn't impressed at the match at all. It wasn't a snow or bore fest, but it could have been left off the card. I know Jade Cargill. She won like Queen of the Ring or something to earn the right to fight there for the title, but I wasn't impressed. She hit the Jaded and she rose her up. Her foot is on the rope at that point. I knew Tiffany was going to win because Tiffany hadn't hit her finisher yet. So it was just a matter of Tiffany hitting the prettiest moonsault ever, and the match was basically over then. I mean, you take the good with the bad in that. Jade Cargill is still not ready to have the belt on her or any title on her right now. She's still, to me, in somewhat of a developmental stage, but she's good. She's just not ready. I mean, she was and when she was in what was it? Impact, TNA, whatever, AEW, whatever. She was like small fish. She was big pond, small fish there. Small fish, big pond, but it was more so. She worked over there really well, but not in WWE. There's a lot of talent in WWE, and she has to catch up to that talent, and she hasn't caught up. She's going to be in storylines, and she's going to get TV time because she's known and she's popular. But she's not ready to have a title. And Tiffany won the match. I wasn't too impressed with the match at all, though. The overall match, man. What was if there's any other matches on the card, I'm leaving off right now. My apologies, because I am still taken back as to what I saw as it relates to Punk and Gunther. First and foremost, that was a good match. There was points in the match when I was going back and forth. I'm a Punk fan. I have always been a CM Punk fan from day one. I will always be a CM Punk fan. I was a Punk fan when he was doing straight edge and he was, you know, cutting people's hair off in the ring. And he was throwing up the X and all that. Always been a Punk fan. Was really happy when he returned. But this match with Gunther was I'm not gonna say classic, but it was good. What happened was classic. We'll get there. But the match with Gunther was good. Two workhorses going toe to toe in the ring. I actually saw wrestling. I actually saw their match gave me Ivan Drago Rocky vibes. Do you remember in Rocky 4 when Rocky cut Ivan Drago and it was like he's cut. He's not a machine, he bleeds, and Gunther started bleeding. It was almost like once Punk saw that he had him bleeding, he got this resurgence and he was just on him at that point. That's when he wound up. That's when he put together his best series of offense. I believe he hit the running knee in the corner, and then he gave him 2 go to sleeps. 1 go to sleep, Gunther just was rocked and dazed for a bit. But the second go to sleep, it did it, and Punk, he won. He won the belt. Now, technically, Punk was the champion, but this is when, if you are a huge WWE fan, you appreciate long-term storytelling, and this is what that is, and it's not over yet. Do not think this is over yet with Punk and Seth Rollins. It's not. But this is storytelling through years. Let's go back. So it is highly known that Seth Rollins has a issue with CM Punk. Doesn't like him. Back in the day, Seth Rollins asked CM Punk to train him for free. This is in Punk's heyday. This is in Punk's prime, because this is not Punk's prime right now. This isn't Punk prime. Punk is on the tail end of his career, but Seth Rollins is in his prime right now. But back in Punk's prime, Seth Rollins asked Punk to train him. I don't know what came of that, but Punk went off to a different wrestling company, and Punk basically for a decade was talking shit about the WWE as to how he'll never come and work for him. And Seth Rollins said he took over the company when that happened, and Seth Rollins was the workhorse who held the company together, and that's debatable. But if he wants to believe it, he can believe it. But when Punk comes back, they had this back and forth, and they just don't like each other. And Seth Rollins has gone on record of saying that as long as he's in the company, Punk will never be champion. So technically, he's wrong. Technically, he failed at that because Punk was champion for about 5 minutes. So if you want to go by default, you failed, Seth. But this is long-term storytelling. Seth Rollins is the architect. He has that name for a reason. It was Edge for a while as to who was the master with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm going to give it to Seth Rollins now, because here's the thing. When Seth Rollins got injured weeks ago, I said to myself, this fool is not injured. I said to myself, this man is not injured. This is setting up for Punk to beat Gunther. I predicted Punk would beat Gunther. I did not, however, predict that Seth Rollins would come back tonight and do what he did. I thought Seth Rollins would do what he did, possibly at the next pay-per-view, or maybe even stretch it the Mania, because he was supposed to be hurt. But if you've been watching wrestling as long as I have, I had a feeling that this man was not injured, and he wasn't. It was masterfully done. He was off TV for a while. It gave the illusion that Braun Breaker was taking over the group while Paul Heyman was still there carrying the briefcase. It was masterfully done. Kudos to the acting from Seth Rollins, because he talks shit as he goes on to the ramp. And I believe if I zoomed in, he said, "You're not gonna hold it for very long." And then he turns his back. And when he turned his back, I said, "This man is not hurt. He's gonna drop those crutches," and that's what the hell he did. And as soon as he dropped those crutches, I said to myself, Punk is not leaving that arena the champion. He dropped the crutches. He removed the knee brace. He walked down to the aisle, and you can see that Punk was trying to do a go to sleep just to get him off of him, so he doesn't find himself losing the belt. But it was all but too much. Rollins hit him with the briefcase, and he hit him with the curve stomp. But this is long-term storytelling. I mean, because we're going to get Punk and Rollins at Mania, folks. We're going to get it. Eventually, Punk will get the upper hand on Seth. Right now, it looks like Punk is playing checkers and Seth is playing chess. But eventually, Punk is going to get the upper hand on Seth, and maybe that would be a Mania. Punk will get the belt back. Time will tell as to when, but we'll see. We will see as it relates. But overall, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this SummerSlam. I was talking with my partner Red earlier today, and we were saying we believe that at this point each big time pay-per-view, I still call them pay-per-views. I'm from the old school like that. Each big time pay-per-view eventually is going to go to 2 nights, like SummerSlam, Mania, Rumble. Keep in mind they can do a women's and guys Rumble. They can do that. Survivor Series. I believe those 4 eventually will go to 2 nights, because those are the traditional pay-per-views that are synonymous with the WWE. And it's a spectacle. It's an event. Cardi B was there. I think I turned it on before she did anything, but Cardi B was there, and they make it a big deal now. It's a real big spectacle. So tomorrow we got night 2. We got Cody and Cena. We got Jay Roman versus Braun and Bronson Reed. I'm forgetting all the other matches on the card. But we got night 2, and I think that's gonna be good. Dude, I don't think Cena is converted back to a face. I think he's playing this. I think he's pulling a Seth Rollins right now. I don't think he's gonna be. I think he would end tomorrow night as a heel again. Cena will end tomorrow night as a heel again. Cena will beat Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not winning that match. Call it what it is. Cody Rhodes is not winning that match. But I believe it would be a good match. But this one right here, man, I'm one of those wrestling fans who've been watching it for so long, I can start to predict what's going to happen. But I'm also one of those wrestling fans, when it comes to certain wrestlers, I get invested in their journey. As you can see, when Punk won the match, he started crying. He was hesitant to take the belt. And, he's been wanting to come back and be a champion. So I get invested in their journey. And right there, I was invested in CM Punk's journey back and finally becoming a champion. So although I wasn't shocked that Seth Rollins did what he did, I was upset that it happened to Punk. I did not want it to happen to Punk. I was hoping that, Punk would just wrestle him off and just leave out of the ring. I was hoping that Punk would just wrestle him off and leave out of the ring and live to fight another day, at least at least have a 1 month run as a champion, because I was really interested as to see how this run was going to be with him as champion. I really wanted to see that, but unfortunately, we're not going to get him his run, but they are going to run it back, and we're going to get a great storyline. We're going to get great promos. While I'm on it, the fashion, if you want to call them, the Bronson Reed, Seth, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. I hope Roman and Jay kick their asses tomorrow. I'm not feeling this fashion because, one, they needed that belt for their little group to matter. Because if Seth Rollins did not cash in that title, the briefcase, and didn't get that belt, their fashion is pointless. They don't have a name. They don't have no camaraderie, if you ask me. I will give Bronson Reed credit when he took Roman's J's. That kind of gave it a little spark. That did a little something. But other than that, they don't have a name. They don't have camaraderie, if you ask me. So they needed Seth Rollins to have that belt, so that fashion would have something. They had the money in the briefcase. Now they have the title, and they didn't have that. It was a done deal. I'm still not feeling their fashion. Just doesn't do it for me. I think eventually we get a teaming of Roman and Punk to take them on to some degree. I don't know how that will come about. We're in August now. That may be Survivor Series down the road, a couple months from now. They can string that together, but overall, decent show. I was hyped, not shocked, and hurt at the ending. That's what it was. Punk deserved to at least have 1 month or so with a title run, but it'll come back. But if you're a fan of WWE, you appreciate an ending like that because it opens up doors, it opens up storylines, it opens up conversations to how the business is going to go and to how they are going to go forward with their situation, Punk and Seth. It's not over. It is not over. It's just starting. It's not over. And I can't wait to see how far they're going to go with it. Like I said, I think the end all, the be all is that Punk will face Seth at Mania. Punk will beat Seth at Mania. And Punk is going to have a title run. He's going to get the belt back. He's not ending this second run in WWE without a long-term title run. He will get the belt back. He will have a title run. And we'll go from there. Overall, great show. Great show. My apologies if I left off some matches. I'm kind of scattered brain right now. I was helping my wife with something downstairs, and I said, I'm going to come and do this. But like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You watch SummerSlam. Let me know what you thought. And I may see you tomorrow for night 2. I may not. I don't know. Depends on what I got going on. I got a lot going on in the day, but I'm going to try to come back out here. So, hope you guys enjoy SummerSlam as much as I did night 1. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.